Hello, Ella. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, noon, or night. I'm your host, I'm always the one, Neko. Uh, what's it doing? I don't have any brain cells. Um, Hopefully y'all having a good day, noon, or night. For anybody that does know, that has beaten the game, without spoiling it, roughly speaking, how far am I into the game? Like, I'm about halfway, a quarter, genuinely curious. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, you. Finally awake. At least half? Alright, I can live with half at least. If not closer to 60 or so. So at least over half is basically what you're getting at.
I met this animancer one time. You might know him.
Oh? Who would that be?
Tall guy, beard, spectacles, hair.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Had this thing around his neck. Gold, I think. Hummed a lot.
Humming is common, as is jewelry.
Had this nasally voice, like, "Oh, please, don't touch that machine. It's worth more than you are."
Oh! Was it Lisonio Galatini, the wandering teacher of Spirento? The renowned musician of the soul?
No, that's not it. I guess you didn't know him.
Well, let me know if you remember.
Alright. Just want to double check my gear. Oh, I did ask a friend of mine if, perchance, say, like, if I'm not using, like, a specific type of, weapon, armor, so on and so forth, is it worth keeping? Like, should I just break it down for the materials? And I kind of got a resounding yes, that's what you need to do. So I'm thinking about breaking some of these things down for the Adra or the Adra, because like I'm never using this, and like just kind of like going through some of the things to see, be like, never using this, never using that. Why am I keeping it when I can just get the Adra from it?
Hi, demon_king_Azura.
What's up, Azura? Also, let me get some shoutouts for y'all. I'm betting for Cal it's going to be the Overlord one in Skyrim.
Hi, Neko the Grimm Sage.
Oh, it's the Dragon Age one. And I would say since you're using mods and resources aren't as much an issue, that it'd be a waste to break down uniques. Well, the thing is, I don't use some of these uniques. Like, I'll never use, where is it? Where was that one? The weird ass one. This one, the seven strivings. I'm never gonna use this. Like, I have it, but I'll never use it. Also, any heavy armor, I'm never using it. Because, like, I don't want heavy armor. Like, does it look cool? Yes, it looks cool. But would I ever use it, like, actually use it? Because I haven't been able to find any Audra shards, and that's the crux of what I need. is more Adra shards. Because, like, I have none of these. I have none of these. I don't have enough to... Let's see. For these two weapons, I don't have enough for the corrupted Adra. And then for my armor, I don't have any Adra or Bane or Bond. Which is... I'm going to need 3 of these just to make 1 of these. Because all I've got is 8 awakened ones. And I don't think I have... Okay, I have 2 corrupted. So that's why I'm like... That's why I'm wondering, should I just break down some of them? Because at this point, this is going to be my in-game build right here. My conduit, my fire sword, my lightning wand, my fire sword, my grimoire of fire and ice, and then like some of the spells that I have at this point. Because
I doubt my soul is worth much to an animal.
Because, like, I just don't see myself using medium armor. Like, this one's not bad. Reduce fire, frost, and shock damage, and increase my health. That's possible. It's also light armor. Perception, I'm not entirely sure, but the plus 4% damage reduction while sprinting. Not walking, sprinting. Well, that's what I'm saying, though, because, like, right now,
Answer.
I
Why
love
would
the
you say that
purple
about
armor that I
yourself?
have.
It's
If I can get a
that I'm
good
not
light.
what I'd call strong-willed. I'm tense all the time, and just
It's not good
easy
in
to
this
be around
light.
sometimes.
Self-knowledge and inner conflict are signs of a powerful soul. Make no mistake.
True.
You have a good one.
I thank you. I needed that.
Alright, let's talk to her real quick. Before I go
When
into
I
good
joined you,
lighting.
I thought we'd be exploring the intersection of the physical and the spiritual, not bickering over sulfur. Yet here we are. Thanks to you, Thirdborn will have all the ammunition they need to defend themselves. In theory.
Challenge endings and different paths to take for bosses. From what I saw of it, it looked really good, though.
At the end of the day, bullets are of limited use against the Dream Scourge. And it'll take more than gunpowder to wrest the living lands out of your Empire's clutches.
Hey, it's not
Still,
my empire.
maybe a little
Well,
gunpowder
technically.
is better than none at all. Anyway, what do I know? I'm an animancer, not a strategist. Thanks for talking.
Of course. Don't know where we were at earlier. If I'm being honest, I don't remember where we were at. The first one I got a pretty OP setup. Second one, not so good. See, that's why I don't like roguelites or roguelites. That's the main reason why I don't like them, is because everything's up for chance. Okay, if the shadow's on my back, that means the sun's in my face. See, this is like... mwah. The only thing I wish I could change is the gold trimmings. I would rather have silver trimmings. And for the gold bracelet, I'd rather have a silver bracelet. Or gauntlets or whatever. That's the only thing I would change. But that's more of a color change is something I would want. But that's it. Like, the outfit, mwah, fucking perfection. Also, it matches my hair. I could have just went here instead of, you know what? Never mind. Anyways, shit. That was accident because I clicked the wrong button. I'm not surprised on that. I just don't want to do mods for Avowed. If I do another playthrough, maybe. See, like, I don't mind the look of this. It's not bad looking. This one I would keep. No. No. I would say sure to breaking down weapons you don't use, but don't do that for armor because you never know when you'll no, don't move. When you'll accumulate a good-looking set that you can wear visually, that you end up really liking, then use whatever armor you want the stats for underneath it, and you don't need to upgrade armor if you're just using it as a transmog for the visual. So the only way I'll ever replace this is if an armor, like a light armor, gave me more essence. That's the only way I'll get a different armor, is if it gave me more like a higher essence pool. But also I'm only level 16 and I can eventually get more intellect or intelligence or what have you. Also, these are just, I like the look of them and I like the effects of it. Like, I probably won't break any of these time because I don't think I get anything for these. I think it's only, hold on. Is it only weapons and armor you can break down, if I'm not mistaken? I think it's only weapons and armor you can break down. I don't think you can break down clothing. Or, like, jewelry or accessories. What do I have currently? +2 might. Poison. Take damage, make some spheres. Perception. What is perception? Critical hit chance and range. That's not bad. That can be even further away. Like, I like the might because it gives us more damage, but like, I can be even further away. Range 37%. Hold on. Doesn't it also do critical hit chance also? So I can crit even more often. You still don't understand what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the stats you're getting. I'm talking about what you're wearing from a visual perspective using the transmog system. Oh no, that's what I'm saying though. Even visually speaking, I like this outfit. Like, even just visually speaking, this is like, I love this outfit. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, I want gold. I can go barefoot. We're going barefoot. So I don't like the visuals of the shoes. I haven't found a good visual shoes. Also, someone told me I've missed out on a white pair of gloves. They didn't tell me anything else except for a white pair of gloves. Alright, the other thing I want to check is... don't know if that changes anything. I don't feel like that's changing much of distance. I do like the increased crit chance, though. But yeah, if we're talking specifically visually, I'm happy with what I have now, to be honest. This has got a kind of good. That does fire damage. Yeah, my companion's almost never near me now, so 5% crit chance, or I can do +3 perception. And that would be 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, which is only 6%, an extra 6%. So that sucks. But yeah, I see what you're saying though. From a visual standpoint, like aesthetics, yeah, this is basically what I want my in-game character to look like. Like, I love this outfit. Unless I find something better visually speaking, which is going to be hard because this is purple and purple is like one of my favorite colors. But outside of that, I haven't seen all the outfits, but from the ones that I've acquired, it's kind of hard to beat this right here. Okay, what rings do I have on? I have criticals do poison, slowly regenerate essence. +2 dexterity, parkour speed. +2 intellect, excuse me. That's actually not bad. 7% chance to avoid melee damage. Oh, that's only melee damage, not just damage? That sucks. No, it's deflection, not reflection. They need to have reflection where it hits back the enemy. That'd be funnier. I don't really see anything better than getting poison damage on your critical hits. And slowly regenerating essence. There's not many rings or like necklaces that I really like and or want. Let me see how let me look at some of these. No. No. I don't like gold. No. It's not bad, but it doesn't fit with the purple. Again, not bad, but it doesn't fit with the purple. No. That's gaudy as fuck. I don't mind the black on this. That actually looks pretty good. No. No. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that. But yeah, if we're just talking visually, I like what I have now currently. And I haven't seen any of the other stuff that is all that good in my opinion. I do like when my spells go boom.
Won't know unless you come look. Well.
I just don't like how that one looks. That has my defense on it. Alright, what were we doing? I don't remember. Reach Thirdborn. Right.
Ah, Envoy. Good to see you again. We wanted to,
I want answers, Envoy.
we saw the guard, Darla, headed after you, and, heard some, shouting. What exactly happened? I don't know what to say.
Really? Say on? No ideas at all?
Please, Carter. Know that neither I nor Weemgar had any idea. None whatsoever. Once we're done here, I shall order a full review of our ranks. If we have any other rats, I shall deal with them myself.
You know, I'm inclined for once to believe you.
You've done well, Envoy. Because of you, Adia's word matches her deed. Thank you.
A wise observation.
I'll manage it from here, Envoy. Don't worry. The mines are open and free again, so all should be well.
And I got some money. Oh, and I got a level. Fuck yeah. Looks like we're hoofing it. Let's see. Oh, I could have just jumped off the waterfall. God damn it, I could have just jumped off the waterfall. There's a shiny thing in here. I want to know what's in here. Damn it. Oh, it's a little symbol above her head. Where's the house key? Let me in! Where's this house key? That's an interesting shovel shape. If they make an Avowed 2, they need to allow us to pick either like a dwarf, I guess human, or a Deerin, or like the chick with the fuzzy ears, the pink lady. They need to allow us to pick the race that we want to play if they make a second one. House key.
I was worried for a second.
No, unfortunately, they're not. I think I found what I was looking for, though.
Messy equipment, contaminated samples. This is no lab.
I don't know why it has... You have to hold it to get the item when you can just... I don't know. Unlock it because they're going to use up the key anyways. Like, what's the point? Like, just consume key. Ooh, hello. Shields that I don't use. Just what I wanted, some more Audra. Hell yes. Also, am I understanding correctly now, Cal? Like, what you were talking about, like, aesthetically? Wasn't there like a third house over here? I don't use shields. If I can dodge, I'd rather dodge. Also, even in Skyrim, I never used shields. No, think about it. Also, this one, you can just enter through the roof. Or ceiling, depending. I could have sworn there was another house here that needed a key. Oh, because we came in through their back door. It let it... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we need to head to Thirdborn. Oh, hello.
Maybe.
Let's take these things back to camp. You can fiddle with them there.
So usually I just do magic, so I'm always far away anyways. That's why I never used shields in the first place.
Hello. Are you here to grieve someone too?
That voice sounds familiar.
You're lucky. I know far too many buried here. There are so many flowers here. I'm sorry I never learned their names. My brother thought of them as friends, you know? He loved them dearly.
I swear I've heard that voice in Skyrim somewhere.
I grieve for everyone I've lost, and everyone who has lost someone. But yes, for him especially. He died last month. The Dream Thralls killed him. Killed 3 of his comrades. He absolutely hated fighting. All he wanted to do was be a gardener. If the plague ever ends, I'll grow a garden around his grave. Right now, all I have is this bouquet. I'd bring it to him, but... it's not safe. There are things near his grave. I can't fight them. But you look like you could. Will you go chase them out? Put flowers on his grave in my stead.
Oh yeah.
And maybe tell him I'll grow him a garden one day.
I saw a cairn across the lake bed. Must be the place she's talking about. That's all of them.
A branch.
Here we go.
Bing. Oh, you're okay. I don't know what that was. I saw something pop up. Ooh. Don't know what that was, but thank you. Here, treasure chest. There we go. I'm gonna see what 50 does. I'm trying to find. I have no idea. Let's do 50. So I don't know what that means. There's a merchant here?
I still have a few things I can sell. Is there anything you'd like?
Audra. Hey! Speaking of Audra. Oh, that's a spider shield. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if she was selling any of that. I hope she wasn't selling any of that. Just don't get sniped with an arrow. Alright, so I have... Why didn't I get one at level 17? Odd. Alright. Let's get... So that's not till level 20 anyways, and that's in 3 levels. Yeah, so 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Alright, that works.
The attack seems to be over. Everyone okay?
That was... I think I saw my uncle out there. He left a few weeks ago on a trade caravan.
No, it'll be nothing. Could be someone else. Don't give up hope.
I saw his face through a crack in the gates. It's him!
There's a strange door out near the godless ruins.
We can go check.
Well, well, if it isn't the one who finally cleared out the mines. Glad to see you. And you'll be glad to hear I can bring the prices down, too. Ismalt's meteoric apparatus. She's a beauty, isn't she? A traveler sold it to me ages ago. Poor bastard went up against something big out in the highlands, limped back to town, and died a few days later. Needed the money to ship his body home. I hated to take it from him. Still, Adra inlay, brass filigree, whew. She could use a strong hand. You interested?
Maybe.
If the stories I hear are anything to go by, like a kick in the teeth.
Alright, let's see. Not selling any of that. Might sell this. Alright. To number enemies. High stun and knock back. Knock enemies back. Fair play. Killing an enemy restores 5% of your maximum health and 25% of your maximum stamina. Taunt and gain. Taunt? How the fuck do you taunt in this game? That's a thing that could be done? % critical hit chance against enemies that incapacitate one of your companions. I don't want my companions being shot down. No. That defeats the fucking purpose. Well, that's superb. This is still exceptional. Well, I definitely know they don't want back shots. Ooh. That's plate armor. If I could find, like, regular plate armor, I would be interested in that. Because that almost looks like ebony armor or ebony mage armor. Okay, someone who has a calculator on hand, what is 844 times 3? Genuinely curious. 844 times 3. Be careful getting cooled off. We're gonna cool off. Oh, I know. One second, everyone. Alright. 2531. I mean, 2532.
Let me know if you need... I'll be damned. Never thought I'd see star metal in my lifetime. Short answer, no. Long answer, still no. But the Forge Master in Solace Keep is probably your best bet if you're looking for someone who does.
So the reason why I ask is because this is 844. It takes 3 of these to equal 1 of these. Now, do you see why I asked what's 844 times 3? I figured it would be the same amount of money. So in order to get a third one of these, you have to buy 3 of these to equal a third one. Which I don't really have that much money. At least in my opinion, I don't feel like I had that much money. But this way I wouldn't have to break down any armors. Yep. You're right. You save one gold if you buy 3 of these. I mean, if you buy 1 of these, you save 1 gold.
Be nice if we had guns like that. I wouldn't be so fucking terrified of the dream thralls otherwise.
Guns like that. On our wages.
Who needs fabric? We still have stock.
Love, look! It's them!
God? Oh, and boy, of
Vi? You get around, don't you?
Hey, I remember her.
Seeing you here.
She was the one that was saying that weird stuff on the very first island we were at. That's kind of cool that we get to run into her here.
Needs fabric. We still have stock. If you need material for bandages, I have some. Wish I could give it out for free, but I still have to eat. We'd run out of resources eventually, and then we wouldn't have the money to restock. This plague needs to end soon. I don't know what we'll do if it doesn't. Anyway, did you need any linens? Silk?
What you got, clothing-wise? Halma's Fancy? Huh? Where the fuck do you see Halma's Fancy? Ooh, hope. Ability cost shock damage, negative 10% ability cost. Shock damage, reload speed. I don't really need reload speed. Almost fancy. This, I don't know what the fuck that word means. Scarf is so bright and colorful that it almost hurts to look at. Reds enmeshed with greens, blues, fading into oranges and purples, clashing with yellows from a prismatic kaleidoscope of warring colors and patterns. It's certainly a bold fashion choice. It looks cool. 3 perception, 3 perception. So either way, it's still 3 perception. So I don't see the point in getting that.
Who needs fabric? We still have stock.
If you need skates, we got things for you to kill. Ah, hello, stranger. Welcome to Thirdborn. How can the Tiranui help? Wait, was it an elf and their 2 strange friends?
Oh, the one that looks like they lick wet paint for a living? That one?
Gods know the twins always seem to be involved in the dumbest shit. What did you even get from them? In case they don't teach you this in your hometown, you shouldn't ingest weird substances strange kith give you. You have to just say no, alright? I wish this was the dumbest thing these 2 have done. Because they are. How else am I supposed to talk about them?
Right, okay. I can keep track of maybe one more brother. Any more than that, we, have to start over.
Didn't you know? The twins are my brothers. Though, I guess I
thought one
can
of them
see
was a
confusion.
chick!
I do take more after my mother. I'll have to have a talk with them, especially now that Aiko and his friends won't be allowed back in town. I worry for all the children of Adir if the concept of families confuses you. Just because I'm not their natural brother doesn't mean I'm not their brother. Unfortunately. What do you mean? Oh no, what happened?
One of your brothers didn't make it. But on the bright side, the gods blessed him with a twin.
I suppose it was only a matter of time before his stupidity caught up with him. Well, seems like I have to thank you for letting me know. I'll just add it to my to-do list. Here, we hand these out to the kids from time to time. Makes them feel good about helping. I'll take the drugs from here. So again, thank you so very much for helping the community. Have a nice day.
He sounds so enthusiastic about his job. It's almost like he's happy to do this.
It'll put him out of his misery. Let me know. Enjoy skeleton hunting.
What's up, Daiko?
Welcome back. How can I help?
Welcome back. I don't ever remember coming here, but okay.
You hungry? I might. The attack sounded terrible. I could hear the fight from in here. It's getting harder and harder to pretend everything's all right. That's what they say. But every day they're trying to find fresh recruits to make up for their losses. Anyway, can I get you anything? Need your energy up in this day and age.
I could use a snack. Fish!
Get your fish!
I dropped my snack on the floor. Alright. Let's get this exclamation point and then let's check out the merchant. Guess it's inside?
If you're going out to the Highlands, watch your back. They're dangerous. Welcome to the Dead Swordfish. I wondered when I'd see you around here. What can I do for you? Are you kidding? After what you did at the gates? Anybody who's anybody comes through my tavern. Just a matter of when. Now, did you want something, or are you just here to see me? That's an understatement. You want to hawk wares, you come to Thirdborn. Legitimate, or, well, you know. Nothing like Paradise, of course. But people here are a little more forgiving than the Adirans. Oh, no offense. You're not shy about your opinions, are you? You're practically local. Actually, I've been waiting for a few barrels of mead to come through. My supplier, Falkeen, has been sitting on it. Some Adiran oomph should change his mind. I'd be happy to reward you if you don't mind talking to him.
By all means.
Did you want something, or are you just here to see me?
Trickster Curious. Hey, Cal. I think I found a good armor for you. If you're there, I think I found a really good armor for you. This is the only armor I've found that does plus 30% move speed. If there's another one, I didn't know about it. Plus 3 might, power attack damage. That's the only thing that she has that's good. The Trickster's Curious. Plus 30% move speed while crouched. Plus 40% maximum essence. Meant plus 40. Ooh. Okay, now I see what you mean. I like my cast speed though, so I get my spells off faster. Okay, I now see what Cal means if I come across something better, because this is really good.
Another day, another drunkard.
My dear envoy, just the sight of you recalls fond memories of more civilized days.
Glad to bring a little joy to this miserable place.
I would know it in your bearing, envoy, even if I did not recognize your face. You must be high crown born and bred. I visited in better days, spent many nights in her ports.
If he loves the Empire so much, perhaps he should go live there.
How I miss the sight of your strapping tall grass pikemen on parade. I'm afraid I don't make it down the coast much anymore. Not since the loss of my men. Ugh, my maundering. Forgive me,
Maundering?
envoy. This land takes its toll on
Maundering.
my mind and spirit both. I am Nagunu, beleaguered captain of an incorrigibly roustabout crew.
I think that was the word I
Dear
couldn't figure out
Tawe,
last time.
Koa, Ranga. They saw Adir with me, you know, then abandoned me here. Oh, I miss them terribly.
Nostalgia and alcohol are a dangerous mixture.
I am drunk on memory only, and perhaps some regret. I only wish I could invite my crew to my table, to share one last drink and part as friends. Those are old wounds, envoy. Old, old wounds. Not unless you want to see me weep. So you do.
Fate has tossed us together and nudged us onto the same path. It's a good thing we get along.
Would that I could know such fellowship again. You would do that? Then? I knew the moment I saw you, if anyone could convince Tawe, Koa, and Ranga to share one last drink. Just to the northeast, living by an oasis in the Sand Sea. No fence, no walls, no roof, exposed to the world. But that's our Tawe. Nothing ever troubled him that the stars couldn't fix. Deathly serious, Koa was, about every little thing. Fled to the shark's teeth with a few others when the plague came. He always had a fragile soul. She's a scholar of munitions, happier in the hold with gunpowder than out beneath the sky. I expect she's still holed up in the mine outside of town, polishing her arms. Of course. Oathbinder guide you in the Emperor's work on...
Maybe I should hire a bard. Better than off-key shanties all day.
And so, that's how the mad archmage Tame found himself in the Living Lands.
Northwest out of town, past the dry lake bed. Follow the arrows and find us under the X supplies are limited.
Another tale?
Oh! That's okay.
There they are. Come on, Chico. You can do this. Godlike. Winds above. You're really here. I knew I had to find you as soon as I heard you were in
This sounds like a
Third Born.
child's voice.
We've got to do something about the Dream Scourge. It's worse every day. One of our neighbors wasn't himself, and we can't afford to lose anyone. We need people who will fight back. People like my Uncle Capo.
Capo's your uncle? He's a well-known hunter. Almost as good as me.
That Leviathan hanging over the market? That was his work. Exactly. Uncle Capo's the greatest warrior Thirdborn's ever seen. But, well, Thirdborn hasn't seen the Capo I know in a long time. I've tried everything to convince him to get out of the house. He may be old now, but we can still use his experience.
Fair enough.
If Thirdborn could see him up on those walls, they'd all follow him. I hate to impose, but would you pay him a visit? He lives on the northeast side of town. He's tired of hearing from me. Maybe one hero to another, you know?
I don't see why not.
Ah, isn't this a surprise? Giada, come say hello. Oh, hello there. I thought our paths might cross again.
Quilici, there you are.
Ah, my dear Giada. I never thought I'd see us both exiled from Fior Messiverno. Yet here we are. As you can see, the good people of Thirdborn have welcomed us with open arms. Remarkable under the circumstances. The Dream Scourge has struck this place with violence, bloodshed, death. Better, in fact. Now that we're under Thirdborn's protection, my animancers can get back to work. We've made a few improvements to the local fishing gear, tinkered on harpoons and the like. You might not believe it, but some of our farming equipment is back to working order. Ah, that is where the challenge lies, does it not? We have many animancers working on the problem.
Sounds like
Though
a
it is
good thing.
difficult to farm when one is under attack. The sheer numbers of infected makes our work perilous.
Do you need any help?
We have everything under control, and your work is too important to squander on agriculture. One more thing before we're parted again. We've made a tidy profit of our labor, and the others gathered a little something for you. Don't spend it all at once.
I wasn't expecting that.
Thank you, but I know how to handle my coin. I left the Republic's a wealthy man.
You never told me that.
My dear, how do you think we built Fior Messiverno? The fortune is gone, and I don't miss it. Go on, then. Surely you have better places to be? No doubt the Ediran envoy has a message to deliver, or a foreboding parcel of some kind.
He's doing...
Take care, Giada. She's like a daughter to me.
Just want to see if there's another way in, just in case he doesn't want to open the door.
Yeah, if you need something, get over here and talk to me. What's taking you so long?
Oh, let me guess. My Nekai sent you. That kid's been muttering about sending some new hero by.
Gender neutral term. Thank you. Nakai. I like that. I don't mind that. Or niece or nephew. I fucks with that. That's cool.
Damn child won't stop hovering over me. They keep trying to send so-called heroes over to cheer me up, but there's not much point these days. Back when Thirdborn was no more than a husk on the cliffside, we had real heroes. I've slain 1,000 Zorops, wrestled rock beetles, even slew the Leviathan. Ah, let me tell you. I had but a few harpoons and a single boat that morning. It had taken days to track the creature. My food and water were running out.
Of course.
When I found it, the beast heaved itself up from the water and crashed down onto me. And there, I thrust a harpoon deep into its belly and killed it. Oh, it took days to tow its body back on the flotsam of my boat.
Seems reasonable. Except for the part with the harpoons and the Leviathan dying.
Ah, well, those days are long past. I'm a sick old man now. Not much I can do in Thirdborn anymore. Still, maybe Chico was onto something when they sent you. You're the one who cleared the dream thralls at the gates, aren't you? Ah, good to know someone is looking out for Thirdborn at least. I tell you what. This old man would like to ask a boon of you. One hero to another. I promise it'll be worth your while.
Okay.
I want to see my heart one last time. Will you get it for me?
I'm sorry, you're what?
A Leviathan heart is a rare thing. When left out in the air, it becomes as hard as Adra, and 100 times as valuable.
Can we start hunting Leviathans?
I am the only one in the living lands. I couldn't just leave it on my kitchen table now, could I? No, I kept it safe. Hidden up in the godless ruin along the coast.
Perfect, I need to go there anyways.
I'm dying. I can feel it in my bones. I don't have long, and I'd like to see my treasure one more time. Get it for me, and I'll see you get a reward. Beyond that, well, I left that old ruin with a few tricks for would-be thieves. Step carefully.
Thanks for the tip. We would have explored it eventually. At least now we have a reason.
Yep.
Good luck, godlike.
Hell yeah. Don't get your ass from up here.
I think worth the wrath.
Where's... Okay, maybe I'm going in the wrong direction. What pray tell is in here?
I think worth the wrath.
think they burned that shack down? Martians growing up the walls?
Why do you spend so much on glaze, Merrick? Pots look fine.
They're urns, they're ashes. They're supposed to look dignified on a shelf.
Why does it matter? They're dead. Seems like a waste of coin to me.
Yeah, I'm not taking advice from someone who makes bowls to shit in.
Am I missing something? Because it's showing right here. Is it up here?
You're telling me they nearly destroyed Fior?
Yes, and they stole my research on the godless. I have to get it back.
Let it go, Yatsley. They'll kill you.
They can certainly try.
Oh, gods. And Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. We're in desperate need of another scholar.
Darling, always a pleasure to see you.
I like her voice actress.
And you even
The
brought a
one that does the
partner,
voice.
friend.
Oh yeah, strong ass
The red
chickens.
highlights in his mustache? It's a dead giveaway.
Not now, Yatsley. I want answers. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you. No, Adir just supports her. In arms, politics, and kith.
Nope.
I know you're upset, Timothy, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research, and who knows what she plans for it. But you know, if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill them myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthralls siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir. To head sharpshooter, first class of Shatterscarp to Mertikaiwa III. Ludwin wants the ruins of Naku Kubel, or will suffer the Steel Garot's wrath. Another shit atop the pile, then. Not that I can do a damn thing about it.
You're not going to give in, are you? Those ruins are a marvel. They're irreplaceable.
I know, Yatsley. If we give them an inch, the Adirans won't stop until they have everything. But even if I wanted to hand over the ruins, they aren't in my power to surrender. Trust me, I am very aware of all those things. You might even say I've been fighting for those things. But there's one little problem. The Archmage Grimm has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now. No one's getting in or out without Grimm's say-so.
Grimm? As in from the Circle of Archmagi? She's here?
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatsley. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
Maybe even an entrance to the garden. We absolutely have to go inside and see for ourselves. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism.
Why does that sound like,
Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengraf could try and show up Consulhod.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwine wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Grimm controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage. I didn't know they made adherents with such bravery. You never know what marvels you live to see. You're likely gonna die a very horrible death, but I pray Galawain will at least make it fast.
She clearly doesn't want to be found, but that just makes you want to look for her more, doesn't it?
Yes.
When an Archmage like Grimm decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain. It's definitely practical, I'll give her that. Although, I wonder if it's because she likes giving trespassers nightmares.
That too.
I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But, if you want to find Grimm, head east of here, go past the Pargrunen ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yahtzee, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerity. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck. You'll find out the answer to that soon enough. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yahtzee, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
How exciting. We're off to see an Archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us.
The fuck?
Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an Archmage, after all.
Thank goodness we have.
Thank you for returning. I wish I could say I didn't actually need your help, but I do.
I didn't really leave, but okay.
Some young idiot Thirdborners decided they'd form their own militia to protect the region because of course they would. And now, predictably, they're missing.
Gee.
You're kinder than I would have been. Thank you, Envoy. I wish this had ended differently. I need to get to Hutch. Now the crops are destroyed. Gods.
I hear something shiny. Where's the shiny thing? Where's the shiny thing? I need the shiny thing!
Patience, darling. I'll meet you at the tavern.
I'm ready to go now.
Yoo-hoo! Over here. Ah, there you are. It's rather rude of you to keep a lady waiting.
Followed you here!
I forgive you, though. It gave me a chance to dip into my notes about the Circle of Archmagi. One does not simply waltz into an Archmage's domain unprepared.
If you're strong enough.
Tell me, dearie, how much do you know about Grimm?
Not a goddamn thing.
Oh, lovely. Then you know what we're up against. Oh, her spells are legendary.
We need an Avowed too with more
The Circle of
spells.
Archmagi are the most powerful magical beings in Aora. Whatever the reason, the fact that she's here at all is significant. Aldra's titties, The circle sent the Archmage of Terror. Oh, she's just brilliant. Maybe, maybe not. But Nakukubel is very old and very large. But I've no idea why an illusionist would care for godless artifacts. Yours truly, excluded, of course. There must be something in there of interest to Grimm. Probably something powerful. Determined, aren't you? I like that. I'll be with you every step of the way. Those Steel Garrote bastards stole all my research about the Godless. They'll get to the garden first over their dead bodies. I can show you the way to Grimm's domain, but we should travel lean. The less of us there are, the less likely she'll take notice. You'll need me to get you in the door, so who's staying behind?
I'm gonna send Marius because he's cool with Kai and all that.
You got it. I'll make sure to roll around in the warm sun for a bit while I'm at it.
Perfect. Oh, this is going to be
I want to know who the voice actress is for this person. I want to know the VA for this. So upon hitting an enemy, releasing bursts of essence and explosive damage. So she's the bomb character. He just warps. Okay. That's the gun merchant. That's the regular merchant. Steakless goods and wares. Seafood bar. Dead swordfish. Oh, the companions have a point. Oh, she has 5 points. Okay. Alright, let's see. Concentrated essence increases the size of the blast caused by essence explosion. The enemies just go over. Burst into a small area of effect. Make bigger blasts. Fire accumulation. Let's get faster cooldowns. Fire accumulation on to hit enemies. And to inflict frozen, ignited, or shot. For a character in Overwatch, Diablo 4, and Starfield. Basically. What characters did she do? If it says, what characters did she do? Like, who does she voice?
Don't tell me you're out of linen. We need to make bandages. Know what you...
How do you feel about poetry?
Poetry? Why the hell are you asking me about poetry?
Do you like...
Oh,
Listening to Yatsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else. I don't know. She's all right, okay? But how would she know how to get to the garden? If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then. Bothered? Pedraku. It's my job to guide you. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway, let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't trust her any further than I could throw her, which honestly isn't that far. She actually goes down into these ruins on purpose, just to see what's down there, I guess?
Yeah.
And now she's trying to lead us to the garden. Might as well be searching for WoW's wacky wagon of mysteries. Nah, I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but what if she doesn't? You too. I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, there are worse places to do it.
Than a hot, barren land filled with chasms and sinkholes?
I thought I'd give it a try, see how it feels. Yatsley's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's down there? More questions, most likely. And spiders. No, why would I be? I just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin. No idea. I just wish I trusted Yatsley's research. Seems like a lot of danger for not much payout. I'm sure we'll be fine. I just hope this is
I appreciate
worth it. Anyway.
Is Symmetra, is she the sniper lady?
If I must.
Despite everything that's happened, I'm so grateful to be working with Yatsley. In many ways, Quilichi has been like a second father to me. But Yatsley, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good.
Like your dirty aunt? That's a weird way of phrasing it.
Oh, she's an expert in that field. While I have your attention, I've been thinking. Why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins? She's a smart one. I'll give her that. We should be ready for anything. Something tells me Ludwig isn't finished with us yet.
Fuck Ludwig.
Pleasant dreams.
Thirdborn. If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place. It's not that. You ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings are smaller and the colors are duller?
Yes.
And home just wasn't the same. Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis, dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Capo, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars. All that vigor's been wrung dry.
Oh.
Being back.
Yeah, I don't know anybody on Overwatch.
It felt like we were watching Thirdborn die a slow death. Yeah, but I thought age was supposed to bring wisdom. Something to balance out the back pains and creaky knees.
Oh my god.
I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn seems rudderless. The Dream Scourge is one threat.
I felt that.
Conflict with
I
that
felt that
is
in my
another.
soul.
The Living Lands is changing, and Thirdborn feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temerity's leading them as best she can, but towards what? What are we doing out here besides surviving? Instead of drifting. Yeah. For the longest time, I was just running from Tama's death. Thanks to you, I'm starting to think about what I might head towards. What about you? You were sent by your Emperor to investigate the Dream Scourge. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your empire and our scattered settlements. Between releasing Egwolf and thwarting the Steel Garrote and Emerald Stair, you've opposed your empire's interests. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides? That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is able to find its way somehow. Tama's memory. Never knew how to separate it from this place. And the longer I stayed away, the harder it felt to come back. Until you came along, I thought I'd be able to avoid it forever. Thirdborn's missing a lot of familiar faces. And the youngsters who've grown up and the new arrivals, they seem green. Like they're cut from a different cloth, a more delicate one.
Congratulations, Kai. You're a grumpy old man.
I really do sound like my grandfather.
You smell like him, too.
Damn.
How about you borrow Yatsley's ladder so you can say that to my face? Thirdborn's only survived because the people were tougher than the
Oh,
wilds.
shit.
I just hope the people living behind those walls know how to keep them standing.
I don't know anything about Overwatch or the second one.
I'd never met Naoki. Asui arrived a few months before I left Thirdborn. I knew their squad mates better. Uriki was a ship's carpenter with the Rawatine Navy years ago. Came from a military family, but she never saw much combat herself. Manu was a deckhand on a pirate ship. Stopped in Thirdborn with his crew to resupply and never left. I don't think piracy suited him. Kiri, he was a sweet kid. Born shipboard to a mercenary captain who left him here and never came back. For the longest, I thought that was for the best. Me too. Most of all, I'm sorry I wasn't here to better prepare them.
This wasn't your fault. They just weren't ready.
Because there weren't enough seasoned soldiers to train them. A Thirdborn's in dire straits if they're sending people like this out to patrol. Ask away. You're asking me? I'm not much of a gossip. Okay, who do you want to know about? She's got a lot of heart, and she's loyal to her people and their principles, even when it costs her. Giada's lost her home, but kept her resolve. It takes a special kind of person to weather what she has and emerge stronger for it. She'll have a lot to figure out after all this, but she's gonna be okay. She's young. She'll get there. Until then, there are certainly worse things to be driven by. You know, just when I was thinking our little group was getting too solemn and serious, we met her. Sometimes I think she lives in her ruins and grimoires rather than in the real world with the rest of us. But she keeps things interesting and keeps us on our toes. What's more, she's a good friend to Giada, and Giada's a good influence on her. I'm pretty sure Yatsley flirts with everybody. I don't read anything into it. Don't get me wrong, she's a striking woman, but she and Quilici have a good thing. I'd never get in the middle of something like that. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I feel like...
I just hope she keeps some part of herself grounded with the rest of us. She's brilliant, but I worry that the real-world consequences of the forces she plays with are academic to her. Maybe I shouldn't. Sure. Get some rest.
So, at least in my personal opinion, I feel like Kai might be bi?
Best envoy.
Because, like, I kind of see what Kyle was saying about him and Tama.
Oh, it's getting stronger now. We have to get the rest of the pieces, just to see what happens.
So, sorry, essence also restores a small amount of health. Right, perception. Intellect and perception. So I like the +2 intellect and perception. Yahtzee!
For the camp of an official Adiran envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course. When the mood is right, I find I like everything. I'm going to write Quilici tonight. Make sure he misses me. But
that sounded oddly sexual. I thought you liked everything rough.
I imagine you have another topic in mind? I'm the only buyer you'll find here, and I already have the jar. A lesson for next time, darling. It's always worth some haggling. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the godless as I do, and I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find. I've yet to be burned in a single flame trap, and I don't intend to start anytime soon. Fair guess, though. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire. That was my assumption as well. Barrett's balls. It's nice to know I won't have to dumb things down with you. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson?
The fuck?
My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end. Of course. Now I only burn those that deserve it, like mosquitoes and university administrators.
University
The only
administrators.
lasting damage was my burn mark and the dreams. Nightmares are still dreams, Envoy. Just not ones you'd recommend to others. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my
That's
more,
fair.
provocative dreams. Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release knot if you ever make that fantasy reality. Someone should learn from my mistakes. I certainly have no intention to.
That's one use for rigging.
As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
I like her. She's cool.
Yaxley, when all of this is behind us, are you going back to Fior Mesiverno?
It's hard to imagine leaving forever, especially with Quilici still there. What about you, dearie?
Even if I could go back, it wouldn't be the same. Who knows? Maybe getting banished was the best thing that's happened to me in a while.
Maybe Fior was holding you back, and you can return one day to rub all your success in their faces.
You're too kind to me, Yaxley. I don't deserve you.
Oh, for all you put up with from me, I'm sure I could be kinder. But I'm always happy to help.
Right. Armor. Fuck. I don't have... Actually, we do. We need 3. Ain't no fucking way. I could make 4. That would give me enough to make it legendary. So that requires 3. That makes 1. So I need 4, 8, 12. No, 3, 6, 9. 9, 4, 5. So I need at least 5. That makes 4. That's 8, so that'd be 1 short. I think. Hold on. That makes 4. That'll make that 8 out, 8 over 3. So that'd be off by 1. Cave Bob, Blackwood Branch. So I need 1 more Blackwood Branch and 2 Cave Pearl. 8 and 4. 8, yeah, 4. Fourteen, 6. Japan. Of course. 8 and 4. Sixteen and 8. 28 and 12. Fully upgraded. All I need is 2 blackwood branches. Fuck! I'm so close! Store. So that I need to store that for now. Vine spear. I could sell. Is there one that's just the lightning abilities? Because like this is all ice. This is all fire. Is there one that's only lightning? Because I get Returning Storm, Crackling Bolt, Jolting Touch. Is there another lightning-based ability? I'll keep it for now. Eh. I actually don't mind the ER collection. I'm gonna go with the obsidian one.
Oh, Envoy, might I steal a moment of your time? Well, it's the waiting that makes the payoff so delicious, don't you agree? Look, I lost more research than I'd like to count, but Fiora and its people are safe. That's what matters. Thank you, Envoy. I don't know how you managed it, but whatever you did, you averted disaster. That being said, your ambassador is going to get an earful, and possibly a fistful, next time we're in Paradise. That's what happens when you're the breadbasket of the living lands. Sometimes things get stale. At least we were able to get everyone to safety.
Hell yeah.
Though with everything happening in Thirdborn, safe might be relative. At least I know Temerity will keep an eye on them. I think she knows what'll happen if she doesn't. I know, and she knows. Let's leave it at that.
Fair enough.
Long enough that I trust her to do her best by everyone. You see, Emerald Stair has Naku Tedek. For a young and aspiring godless scholar, it was a godsend, if you'll forgive the pun. And, as a young at heart godless scholar, I've traveled outside the stair to other ruins. That's how I met Temerti. Thirdborn's close to Naku Kubel. And a girl's gotta eat sometime. Who says I did? I still go out often. I've catalogued many ruins, but there are always more. And coming home to a warm welcome is lovely. You should try it sometime, darling.
The only other voice actress I can think of right offhand that I personally like the voice of is Laura Bailey.
Oh, part of it is my sparkling personality, of course. But a larger part of it is time. It's hard to hate someone when they drop by your lab with lunch after you've forgotten to eat again. It's so much easier to do when you're younger. Now, I enjoy eating and watching Quilici cook far too much. My mother always said that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. Quilici and I got together the old-fashioned way, though. I saw a beautiful man across a smoky
Oh, they're
fire.
dating. Okay.
Then I dazzled him with my delightful personality.
From the sounds of it.
Then he showed me an abandoned ruin outside of town, and I was hooked.
Why do I feel like she would make an amazing Harley Quinn, but like an older Harley Quinn? There is a book that's pure lightning? Nice.
Are you joking? He's my mentor. Not to mention 1,000 years old.
Oh, no. They're both handsome humans, of course. But Giada is like family to both Quilici and me. He taught her a lot of what he knows. She spent days in our home. Literal 26-hour days. It's hard to believe that things have changed so much recently.
26-hour
Any
days?
sense of safety just went poof. It makes you wonder how everything will turn out. Right. The city can be replaced, but not its residents. Thank you, Envoy. I feel a little less frazzled. I've got a lot to think on. Talk to you soon? Try not to have too much fun without me. How can I help, darling? We've been traveling together for a little while. I just have to know. Did you purposefully choose such colorful company, or is that just what you attract naturally? I mean, I'm very clearly a delight, so it's obvious why you let me stick around. But Kai's hiding a lot behind that humor of his, isn't he? Thinking that that could be Quilici and me is not something I want to think about. And Marius, I don't know what's lurking in him, but I do think he should speak to someone on it. If he reaches out, do try, will you? As for Giada, well, clearly Giada is a gem. As for me, well, I'm just as riveting as you, but the boys are giving me a run for my money. It is a lovely little perk, isn't it? But so is the ability to actually talk to any you meet. Don't discount it. You do strike me as a people person. Tell me, do you get along with all you meet? So, you'll be swarmed by well-wishers then, upon arriving home? And some very angry spouses, I imagine. And here I thought I had a wild youth exploring ruins. You might be putting me to shame, dearie.
Oh, I explored holes, just different ones. I mean,
Why do you think Quilici and I went to Naku Tedek in the first place?
Oh.
Of course, other lovers were less willing. Something about them being gross and terrifying. I just think it adds to the excitement. Well, you've satisfied my curiosity. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a handle on your style. Style of fighting, I mean. Your fashion sense is more opaque. But listening to your incantations, they could use some tightening up. I could probably teach you a thing or two, if you're up for it.
Ooh.
What do you say? How about I show you a little bit of everything?
Yes.
What? Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear. Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you put it to good use.
So she gave me intellect and perception. Fuck yes. Oh, I love her. She's cool. Oh, let's go. 1/4 of a chance. Like, a quarter of a chance to get basically 1 in 4 chances of hitting a crit. Let's go. I like that. I need this upgraded. Fire sword could use some damage. Living iron chunk. I need so much Adraban, whatever. This one I just need more Blackwood branch. I just need 2 more Blackwood branches, and this is done. Oh.
To know when to be quiet. What a lovely gift to find on my pillow.
Oh, interesting. I suppose that's a good skill to master.
If I didn't know better, Marius, I'd think someone was trying to tell me something.
Right. Well, the best thing to do would be to read it. See what it's all about.
And you have
that's
nothing
fucked
more
up.
to say, do you?
No, I think everything's out in the open. Why?
I know I talk a lot, but had I known it bothered you so?
Oh, no. It's about maintaining stealth in a wilderness environment. Gods, what did you think it was about?
I just assumed you were too cowardly to complain to my face, dearie.
Not at all. If I had a problem with you, you'd know it. Trust me.
He's got a point. Oof. Alright, we're taking these 2. Taking the healer and the bombardier.
Seeds of change. Their petals sprout across the barren land. They sing to the unwanted ones, and the unwanted ones sprout in turn. The soil remembers what it once was. It will soon be whole, safe. A name given to the land, not asked for. You see why the parasites are loathed? The soil does not want these cities. It yearns for silence, for the kestrel song. But first, the sprouted ones will grow. They will bring the stillness and the burden. dam falls, the river returns to its source. It is how the land was and should always be. We want all of them gone. We wish for life to flourish again. Pilchards growing on bushes. Life that should not be here. Death nourishes the soil. All things come from the rot. The spider devours her mate to lay her eggs. We ponder, dream of shifting sands now. We will speak again.
Alright, ladies. Come on. Let's go. There's that dead body still. And I went the wrong way. Oh. Don't stand under the platform. It could potentially kill you. Are you fucking serious?
Thank you for your efforts. Now please, let me get back to my patients. Well,
Hey Giada, you know what would be really cool right about now? A health pack. You know, it's not like I'm on the verge of death. Was it? I think it was through here. I may have taken a wrong turn at Albuquerque. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Gladly take this. scared the shit out of me. What was it doing? Yeah, we're exiting here. I'm going to take a quick break and stretch and whatnot. I is the back, and I think the game crashed on its own for some reason. I don't know why. That was weird.
Come on! Come on!
Not what I wanted. There's 2 quests over here. Okay. was saying, I'm waiting for the zappy zap to stop. Okay. Let's see, that's gotta be way back out of here. Was that in the right spot? Oh, God. Ow. And Sans is where again? I think they're in Dawnstar. Dawn Shore, whatever. The first area. I'm hoping if they do an Avowed 2, they would add like some dialogue between the companions when out exploring and whatnot. Would be nice.
The adherents have come quietly. They will not take us by force, but with rules and charters. They will steal our city from underneath our feet.
You're back. What have you found?
The adherents have come quietly. They will not take us by force, but with rules and charters. They will steal our city from underneath our feet.
You're back. What have you found?
What have you found?
You have our condolences, Master Cartographer. The beauty of Emerald Stair hides the danger at its heart.
Fletcher! Oh, I was sure
That
she
was
would
Felicia.
be safe. Her maps were
Felicia.
so meticulous. She even made her own ink. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
Maybe they might have something. Also, apparently an ad should be starting.
Welcome back.
What is that? Oh, if
You have nothing for me.
The living lands are a danger. Time to race.
It'll be good right about now. Mint. Andres mints. I like these little things.
did you learn to hunt?
Early on, I learned from a warden named Ilinka. After that, I learned a lot from just going out and surviving on my own.
I'll bet you're a natural. You make it look effortless.
If you know what you're doing, it's not really that hard.
Some hunt with their eyes and ears, but you are hunting with your soul.
Not sure I get what you mean.
I believe you were a true hunter in a past life. An apex predator, like a Stelgar. You may not know it, but those instincts are still yours. Lying dormant, like a cat in the tall grass.
Right, that's me. Marius, king of the grasslands.
With a little animancy, we could awaken your former self. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Oh well. Let me know when you change your mind.
Plenty of food now. I get along better with Giada and Yatsley. Also, I would love to hear her voice, but as like an older
Do you want to talk about it?
an older Harley Quinn. I'd be down for that. Give us like 60s Harley Quinn, like during Batman Beyond era. I could see that being the Harley Quinn voice.
Welcome back. I hope the wilderness gave you safe passage. May I help you? You did! To think a godlike would deliver this back to me. Wherever he is, Eothas smiles on you. Wait, are you suggesting he stole it for some purpose? That would mean Eothas killed them. That's not possible.
Isn't it,
I
though?
heard the rumors that he walked among us. But to think the God of Light could be to blame for such horrors. No, it's beyond belief.
Religious
Agents of
fanatic.
violence. They cloak themselves in warmth and light and spread like wildfire.
A challenge is one thing. Slander is something else entirely. Then why do we worship them? What do they give us if not qualities to aspire to? I find myself lost, godlike. I look at this relic now and I wonder whether all my years of service were a waste. I will. I pity my own suffering when I should learn from it instead. I'll pray for the thief's absolution. If not in this life, then maybe the next. Thank you for telling me all this.
If a priest tried to pray to absolve me of my sins, it would take several lifetimes. It's always nice to come home, isn't it?
Am I missing any quests? Oh, feel like I've missed anything. I'm trying to remember where that thief was. Hmm. Just gotta go across the bridge. Go in there, back door. You would think storms would be the lightning one, though.
Envoy? Right. Give me a minute. There's a lot going on right now. Maybe a little. Growing up, I heard stories of a garden in the center of the living lands. I thought they were just stories. No one living had ever gone there, but we were just supposed to protect it. It's a place of great beauty and power. They say no one can get there, that it's the spiritual center of the lands. The kind of place you surround with an acid sea and do not leave maps lying around pointing out how to get there. Nandru's the only one who went to the garden and made it back, which is interesting because you kind of look like him. Founder of Solace. Lived centuries ago. More or less the biggest hero in Galawain's tusks. You have the same kind of face things, from what I've seen. You know, the, fungus stuff. Didn't seem relevant. I started following you at first because I thought it was a wild coincidence. There's a resemblance, sure, but no one alive has ever seen Nandru other than a few statues and descriptions and legends. And we're talking about oral legends, passed down for centuries. Who knows what's true and what's dramatic license?
I can't argue with that.
Right. I honestly wouldn't give it much thought. There's just a lot of stuff from the old times that isn't as true as we think it is. A lot changes here over centuries. Like the garden. Even if someone knew how to get there, they knew it hundreds of years ago. Who knows if the garden even exists anymore? I don't. You seem to talk to Sappadal in dreams and visions. Maybe you can find something that way. Look, this gods and magic stuff isn't my expertise. Come find me when you need an antivenom for a wind snake bite. I need to get some rest before I get all worked up. Grab me when you're ready to go.
Fair enough.
Envoy? Ask what? More interesting than Fjord being attacked? I wonder. Right, changing the subject. Thanks for talking.
Those dreams seem to be getting worse. How are you feeling? So did my Check your bedroll for fangworms.
We really must stop meeting like this. Careful what you wish for, darling. So, the Godless,
I
or
love her
the
voice. I'm
Akira,
sorry,
as
I
they
just
call
love her
themselves,
voice.
were the original folks who lived in the living lands. They arrived on the shores of a new land and settled there, living with the land instead of trying to tame it. Well, it's an educated guess. A theory based on a lifetime of study. The Godless are so singular. Their art and architecture, you never see it in Rawatai or Ishamatal or, well, Adir. But in their artwork, they reference escaping, fleeing, seeking refuge, so they must have come from somewhere. My guess, they originally came from Yesua. Ah, yes, let me sum up. Yesua, a continent, cut off from the rest of the world, hidden by eternal storms, one of the 3 hubs of the Angwithan Empire. 10 years
Ooh.
ago, you could say it wasn't real, that it was a
DLC?
dream. But they said the same of Ukaiso. Suddenly, the appearance of a mythical land doesn't seem so implausible.
Save for the great and mysterious machines that towered over the ruined city.
Ah, well, that one might stay in your dreams, darling. There was some kind of schism, an ideological one. From what I can glean, the godless were staunchly against the gods, hence their name. There are even some not-so-kind murals of the gods. It seems like the godless really took their anti-theism seriously. I know! Well, I think we've covered everything, don't you? Rather, as much as I think you'll withstand. Hope you enjoyed talking about this as much as I did, dearie. How can I help, darling? These sudden changes in climate always mess with my coiffure. Does Adir have good fur maintenance products? Do you have a contact for that? Now, imagine that every inch of you is frizzing up. Truly, just a good long brushing through all my fur alone would do wonders. I've got some time before we see Quilici again, at least. It'll give me time to find something to remind him of what he's missing. Oh, of course, darling. He just enjoys the fruits of my labor more often than most, and I'd hate to disappoint. Quilici and I got used to the stairs early on. Thankfully, at least in Fjord, those stopped eventually. After 30 years, it's hard to still be surprised by us just drinking at the Magpie.
Fair enough.
Oh, she was still young. Quilici offered to help her study for and prepare her thesis as a favor to her parents. She was over day and night for months, and, well, now she's family. We adore her. All things considered, it's hard to complain about my life in Fjord. You're too sweet. As much as I enjoy our little chats, dearie, we should really get going. Oh, but if you do end up finding any liniments, be sure to help a girl out. Well, I suppose you've earned that much. And I do enjoy rewarding tenacity. Though between your dreams and mine, it's a wonder anyone gets any sleep around here. You remember that I nearly burned my family home down when I was young? It was an accident, and I paid for it. My parents refused to buy me more spell books for years. Well, shortly after all that fuss, the dream began. It started at first with a fire, just flames crackling, and a feeling of safety. I thought it was a little weird, but nice. But then the dream kept coming back, night after night. I learned more every time. I saw that it was a fire in a hearth, and that hearth was in an old library. I assumed it was a library, at least, to explain why there were so many tablets lining the walls. I like the way you think, Envoy. In the library, there's just one person, but they're wearing a hood, so I never see their face. They do the same thing every night. They curl up in a chair by the fire, hold a tablet to their chest, and then the fear comes. The paralyzing, all-encompassing fear of something. Just the noise. A low, deep banging starts, and it rattles through your bones and shakes you to your core. And it replaces the beat of your heart with this droning on and on and on until you forget every other sound you've ever heard.
A beat. Steel feet on the shore. They come by night.
And then, as it just gets louder and louder, and right before it gets there, I wake up.
You've been listening to too many of Giada's ghost stories.
And let me tell you, waking up in a cold sweat does nothing for my fur. Oh, darling, don't fret. No one's getting any sleep around here anyway.
We thought we came to you in dreams. Have we disturbed their rest?
It's strange. I've not told many of the details of my dream. I suppose I must like you quite a bit, Envoy. Don't let it inflate your ego too much. I suppose we should try and get some rest now. I'll have some tea ready for when we awaken later.
Fair enough. Oh, so that's how I can do it. Okay. That's frost damage.
You were with the envoy when they died. Did you notice anything strange?
Strange how? Besides the part where they came back, I mean.
Disembodied voices, otherworldly visions, anything like that.
Nope. Just lots of blood and lots of shouting.
I'm trying to research near-death experiences. And as usual, I have to do everything myself.
I'm sorry, what madness are we planning now?
Don't worry. Hypothetically, anything I do will be in a lab environment with plenty of supervision.
If you need subjects, I'm always willing to offer someone else's help, sweetie.
Just remember to make good with your gods before you do.
Good thinking. I wouldn't want to meet the gods unprepared.
What do you do with everything you whittle?
It depends. Sometimes I'll leave them at camp. Sometimes I'll keep them for later.
But what if you find something out and about that you want more, and oops, your back is full?
Oh, then I'll leave something else behind. Never been one for collecting stuff anyway.
Sometimes I can't even talk to you. Have you been to every part of the Living Lands by now, Marius?
Probably.
Does that mean you've seen a real live Balrog?
More than one.
I'm starting to think they're a myth. You're the only one I've met who's ever seen one.
I know plenty of people who've seen a Balrog. Maybe you just need more friends.
Oh, really? Are any of your friends who have definitely seen Balrogs in the room with us now?
Okay, I need to get some sleep.
You're far too much fun to tease, darling.
They are something else. So I feel like that could be an area, that could be an area. I figured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, and I definitely need to take a small break, eat dinner, shower, and all that. Because I can't be able to keep my eyes open. And I think a shower might work for me. I feel like a shower might wake me up, and then eating dinner might wake me up too. Anyways, I just want to say thank you all for stopping by. Love each and every one of you beautiful souls out there. And as always, no matter what anyone tells you, you are valid and you matter. And you are loved. I hope to have you beautiful souls next time. Peace and aloha.